Please welcome Ben Clark.
Thank you all so much. Yeah, I do live in New York, and the touring has been nice. Get out of there, clear your head a little bit and stuff. Also, I haven't had like the dreaded side gig for a minute. I've been really working hard to get out and find places where the people come and they want to join in some music and stuff. So you're one of those, and it's really great to be here and make my debut, and I hope I can come back. But the other thing I did in New York, besides playing music when I was making ends meet, was bartend. I bartended a long time, and I haven't done it for a long time now. I grew to really hate it, and but there was a time at the bar that I was at, for the most part, I realized that, like, in my 20s and stuff, I was like, this is a really great hip spot, and I could invite people there and make plans and everything and talk shop about music and art of all different kinds. I don't want to do that anymore, but at the time I did, and this song is about that bar and kind of, any other third place that people have besides home and work and stuff. So just called Little Bar, and that's what I'm going to hit you with first here. Spend my weekends this entire year inside this place. There's a couple sitting next to me working hard on sucking face. Something in the vibe tonight, everybody's unafraid. Started getting cold outside, so everybody stays till we tell them we are closing. Settle up and pay tab. Don't forget your credit card, grab your coat and call a cab. Pour one out, we're pouring out our hearts. It's Saturday at our little bar. They aged this bourbon for 10 long years. Some guy in a big truck picked it up and brought it here. Traveled from Kentucky so far, so we can have it here at our little bar. Ooh. Come inside if you want to party, stay outside if you're trying to smoke. The first one's always on me if you let me know you're broke. Cause everybody's been there and I have had my fair share of sympathetic alcohol and cheap domestic beer. You better not take your keys out, you're too damn drunk to drive. Better just take a train home, I heard cops are out tonight. You can take your chances, but you won't get very far. They keep an eye on our little bar. Try some of this ride, it'll burn you to your bones. It'll keep you warm all along, walk home. Have a laugh about it, smile at the stars. They're looking down at our little bar. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Everybody's waking up and I'm going to bed. My hands inside my pockets and my money in my hands. It's not for everybody, slinging drinks till 4 a.m. Waking up at lunchtime, going back to bed again. And as I wipe down this counter for the very last time, when someone else's hands are slinging drinks instead of mine, I'll come to see my friends and how they are. They'll be hanging out at our little bar. They aged this bourbon for 10 long years. Take a shot, it takes to dance and take your time. Forget your fears, find a friend, figure out just who we are. It's another night at our little bar. Well, another night at our little bar. Ooh. Thank you very much. Get dry mouth coming up here. All y'all get friendly and I start to get nervous. I feel like this next song is kind of about that. I went back to my hometown and I opened for a singer-songwriter like kind of famous guy, Sean Mullins. Does anybody know Sean Mullins? Yeah. So I got to open for him in my hometown, which was kind of a surreal event because like you're up there and then you see all these people that you haven't seen in like 20 years. And one of those people was this guy who used to like, I used to have to like walk down the street when I was a kid to the bus because I lived in like a really tight cul-de-sac and it would roll over if it tried. So like I went to the end of the street. This guy named Dave Dunbar would come down and like stand with me because my parents were like, Dave, can you just make sure he gets on the bus? And he was like, yeah, man. And so like he would stand there next to me and like smoke cigarettes until like the bus came. I'm from close to Louisville, Kentucky. This is the vibe. So like I totally understood the Secretariat song right away. I was like, yeah, Triple Crown, American Pharaoh. I can name them all. Seattle Sloop. So Dave was sitting next to me, and he came to this thing where I opened for Sean Mullins, and afterward he was like, man, that's just so crazy, because you're up there like singing, and you were just the most shy kid when you were a kid. And I was like, kind of like, was I really? And it kind of sent me on this existential thing about like, am I a shy person? And I think I maybe kind of am. But then you get in front of people, and you don't shut up when you're talking to them, and you're like, no, it couldn't be. You know, but I like get nervous getting off the plane and stuff when you're like waiting for your time to get your thing. That like drives me crazy. And so like the point is you continue to figure things out about yourself that maybe you feel one way or another about, and you just try to get better at them. Songwriting is like that. And this is a song I wrote last year, kind of about committing to just being open to the idea that you have flaws, and that acknowledging that you have flaws is in itself growing. So it's called Grown, and I've kind of taken to it this year. So here it goes. All I have to offer are these dark brown eyes, my salt and pepper hair, t-shirt, no necktie. The best that I can do is to play this song for you. At least every note and melody is memorized. And all that I can bring is this voice I used to sing, these hands I used to strum, and a heart that's full of feelings, with a mind of memories, and a soul I'm setting free. It ain't much, but it's what God given to me. There are oh so many days where I wish that I could say I had a jump shot like LeBron, or I could dance like Beyonce, or had a crowd like Taylor Swift. The moral of the story is we all don't think we're good enough, and that's okay. You see, you gotta dance with the one you brought. You gotta make the most of what you got. You gotta stay open to find that shot. You gotta stay cool when you get the rock. You gotta relax to hit that note. If you wanna play fast, you gotta start slow. Every day you're gonna feel afraid, but in time you'll find you've grown. You have grown. And all I have to wear are these two shoes, my only pair. The only place that I got to be is right here now in this good company. And all we got to do is let this good vibe keep rolling on through. Well, I only got a couple songs, 2 or 3, but you're gonna sit here and listen to me. You're gonna dance with the fun you got. You gotta make the most of what you got. You gotta stay open to find that shot. You gotta stay cool when you get the rock. You gotta relax to hit that note. If you wanna play fast, you gotta start slow. Every day you're gonna feel afraid, but in time you'll find you've when times get tough, life ain't fair, so raise your voice and let it out. If you think you know what I'm talking about, fear, uncertainty, shame, and doubt. Thank God we're all here together right now. Thank God we're all together right now. Don't you know we gotta dance with the one we brought. We gotta make the most of what we got. You gotta stay open to find that shot. You gotta stay cool when you get the rock. You gotta relax to hit that note. If you wanna play fast, you gotta start slow. Every day you're gonna feel afraid. Every day you're gonna feel afraid. Every day you're gonna feel afraid, but in time you'll find you have you have every day you're gonna feel afraid, but in time you'll find you've grown. Thank you. Thank you. This next song's about my dad. We're pretty close, but he did his meniscus this week, and I found out about that via Facebook, and I was about to call him up and be like, why didn't you tell me that you tore your meniscus and that you're laid up and stuff, but I stopped myself and remembered all the times that he had to find out about some significant thing in my life from Instagram or Facebook and stuff, and I realized I had no grounds to make that complaint. And that's a little bit what this song is about. When I played it for him, he liked it a lot and stuff. But he said, it's not really about me. It's just kind of about two people moving through time. And for an accountant, I thought that was a pretty swag way to describe it. So I've kept it. So this song's about me and him and mistakes and good times and the passage. It's called Crow's Feet. I want to thank you for your birthday card. It came 6 months ago. It was cool to see Gaston stamped on the envelope. Our family was the kind that went through a few VHS tapes a couple of times. Lion King, Apollo 13, and A Bug's Life. I want to thank you for your birthday card. I can't remember what it said, but you probably put a 20 in the middle and helped me get my bread. I'm about to turn another decade old, a time when we all get frightened, so I'm told. I'll fill you in when I know, still got 6 months to go. I know everybody's bound to get some grief, once or twice or 100 times. You and me, we're no exception, we're doing fine. Man, it's weird to see these crow's feet growing every time we smile. I'm calling you up, we ain't talked in a while. Birthday card, you didn't try to make a joke, just a picture of a nice guitar, your name, and a little note. And I know it's been hard keeping track of the places I'm living, though I never really write back. You still send me stuff, and now I'll never forget that. I remember back one summer when I had to bum your truck for a little while. A T100 red Toyota got picked up on a DUI. There were 10 CDs, you'd burn me in rotation while I drive, cutting grass while Frampton comes alive. Ooh, baby, I love your way. And I wanna pick you up a birthday card, even though you don't want a thing. It still look pretty good for your age, considering you can't be caught without a Coca-Cola, sweet 2 cents the first day I known you. Down for a bourbon as long as it ain't Jim Beam. I remember back when Grandma tried to get me to stop you smoking. I would pout and wave my finger, age of 5, never knowing that in time most of my friends would be the kind to grab their coats and step outside, but I never tried. I ain't saying that I never got high, but I never took a stick from a cigarette pack. You showed me what that life was like, and I know nobody's perfect. You don't have a perfect son, but I'm sure some folks believe it. You get proud and you pump me up, talk me down and you keep me humble. Give it all instead of giving up, and I'm calling you up, we ain't talked in a while.
And it's weird to see these crow's feet growing every time we smile. Thank you. Thank you. Getting to work about 10 a.m. But I drank last night and I'm late again. Chugging that coffee and hitting the pen. Counting down minutes till the day shift ends. The boss looking at me like one more time. You're gonna end up on the unemployment line. Honest to God, it don't sound half bad. Walking out that door, never looking back. Charges on my credit card, parking tickets on my car, parking tickets on my car. But someday I'm gonna be a star. Music's gonna keep me going. Well, that music's gonna keep me going. Let me say one thing in life worth knowing. Music's gonna keep me going. Ooh. I got people see, got a rent to pay. Everybody's upside down in the USA. People freaking out about news all day. I just shut it down, let the radio play. Fake people on my phone, landlord won't leave me alone. Smoking on steps, trying to get stoned. Sing it with me, bring it home. Music's gonna keep me going. Well, that music's gonna keep me going. Let me say one thing in life worth knowing. Music's gonna keep me going. Mom and dad, Lord knows I can't pay him back. Can't afford to get anything done. They keep saying I'm low on funds. You know it takes a toll on your mental health. Makes you want to cry out for help. Makes you want to just stop it, quit. This one thing you cannot forget: the music. Music's gonna keep me go, 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 go on. Well, that music's gonna keep me going. Well, this music's gonna keep me going. Let me say one thing in life worth knowing. Music. Let me say one thing in life worth knowing. Music is gonna keep me going. Music is gonna keep me going. Music till I'm going. Till I'm gone. Music's gonna keep me going. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. I'm gonna do the same trick Fez did. One or two. You're the boss. Take this brief time to just get into a different planet on the guitar real quick. Super annoying. Listen, here's my deal. I set up a whole internet regimen to find these kind of places because like I said earlier, I didn't want to bartend anymore. And I had all this music in me and was like, it's time to stop this. It's time to take action. And to like, you know, see like a random email just like become a night like this. It's just really, really fantastic to hang out with you guys and to hang out with these other brilliant artists backstage and stuff like that. It's and meet so many good people and go to so many beautiful places in this country. It really is an honor, and it's all I want to do. If you want to find me online, I'm at Ben Sings Things, and I'll scream at you through your phone all the time. We were talking backstage about how you can't know all the songs, you know, and like, it's an honor kind of to be doing folk music, or folk music adjacent, you know, and because there are so many standards and you just get around to learning so many things, and that teaches you more about how songs work. So I'm gonna play a cover song and do an old folk song. Maybe not an old folk song. There it is. This is Gentle on My Mind by Glenn Campbell.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. It's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words or bonds, and the ink stains that have dried upon some night. It's just knowing that you're waiting by the back roads of my memory for hours you're just gentle on my mind. It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted on their columns now that binds me, or something that somebody said because they thought that we fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving when I walk along a railroad track and find that you're waiting on the back roads by the rivers of my memory. For hours you're just gentle on my mind. Though the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us, some other woman's crying to her mother 'cause she turned and I was gone. Well, I may still run in silence, tears of joy may stain my face, and the summer sun might burn me till I'm blind. But not until I cannot see you walking down the back roads, the rivers you're just gentle on my mind. Well, I tossed my cup of soup back from a gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard. My beard a rustling coal pile, a dirty hat pulled low across my face. Threw cupped hands around a tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and find that you're waiting on the back road by the rivers of my memory. For hours you're just gentle on my mind.
Thank you, appreciate you. I was looking forward to this one all week, guys. Thank you so much for this is just all I want, you know. So really, thank you for having me up here and being so wonderful. Okay, so this is scary. I wrote this last week, and I played it the other night, and one time I didn't do it all right, but it was like fine, because nobody knows. You don't know these songs. And you knew the last one. But like for me, I was like, that was wrong, but fine. And then yesterday night, it was like what it was basically, and it'll turn into a million things over the years. But I'm kind of into it because it's a song about New York, and I'm super glad I didn't like write a song in my 20s that was like best city in the world and stuff, because it's not. There's a lot of things wrong with it, and so I wrote this song kind of Kind of like New York City is that person that you have a crush on and you're like, oh my God. And you convince yourself you're the only person who's ever seen that person for how great they are. And then as time goes on, you meet like 1,000 people who are like, oh yeah, that person's a knockout. And you're like, forget it. And it's not special anymore, you know what I mean? That's what living in New York is like. So if a city was a person, the song's called Big Apple, and it's my last one. I'm Ben Clark. Thank you, guys.
I knew a town, she had long hair. I knew a good spot. I said, I'll meet you there, I'll admit it. Couldn't help it. 'Cause when she kissed me, God, I felt it down in my bones. I don't think I'll ever go back home. There's a million other people out here trying to make her their own. Big Apple, they call her. Big Apple, a wonderful town. Big Apple, they call her. Big Apple. I met a town, she didn't have a mister. Left my feet covered up in blisters from walking out to find her. Pain serving as a reminder. Nobody said it would be all sunshine and roses. The bars stay open, but the walls close in on you. Big Apple, they call her. Big Apple, a wonderful town. Big Apple, they call her. Big Apple, when the lamp we found on the sidewalk dims its light, I look out at the dark and cry on the shoulder of Highway 9. I don't know, man, I just might take my coat, get on the road and drive. Throw my phone in the river so wide it could swallow the pride of all the hopers and dreamers chasing down a song tonight. Big Apple, they call her. Big Apple, a wonderful town. Big Apple, they call her. Big Apple, a wonderful town. I knew a town, she had expensive taste. She'd empty your pockets and rent you a place, but you can't hide. She'll find you every first of the month and remind you you're just some dude sitting there in a starter apartment, a starving artist trying to pick a little fruit from the garden. All the greats put a bit of their heart into. Sure, you sing, but it's too bright in that night sky for a new star to shine through. And your skin begins to thicken, and you feel like this town's trying to take a bite out of you. Big Apple, they call her. Big Apple, a wonderful town. Big Apple, they call her. Big Apple, a wonderful town. Big Apple, they call her. Big Apple, a wonderful town. Big Apple, they call her. Big Apple, a terrible town.
Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.